Hi Capricorn, it's Rebecca from Being Human Tarot, here with your September 2018 forecast. I'm sticking with what I did last month, which was the 3-card reading with the first card indicating what to focus on this month, the second card indicating what to set aside for the month, and the third card indicating just an additional consideration for the month. For the moment, I'm not doing an additional oracle draw, but I will bring that back in subsequent months, and I have some other oracle decks that one in particular, I love the Enchanted Map Oracle, so I'm excited to throw that one into the mix at some point. This month I'm reading with Kim Kranz's Wild Unknown Tarot, which a lot of people are familiar with if you follow tarot at all. So, to get right into your reading, in the position of what to focus on this month, you drew the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is a great card. You can see that in this depiction of it, there's sort of just like, it's almost like this portal opening up, and then a lot of magical colors and potential behind it, and that's exactly what's going on in this card. It's in the 2 of Wands, we have more sort of a looking out and daydreaming kind of situation. What are my passions? Where does my creativity lie? How do I want to bring that into my life more concretely? And then in the 3 of Wands, we're actually taking like more, we've taken a couple steps forward. So possibly you've identified something in your life that you really want to go after and that you're excited about. And you've moved past the stage of just kind of daydreaming about it and thinking about it, and you're ready for action. And so with this card in the position of your focus for the month, the cards are just really encouraging you to go for it. Like, sometimes the scariest part of getting started is just the getting started itself. It's just getting that like acceleration. So I encourage you, if there's been something that it's been ruminating for a while, an idea, or even, you know, even just something that maybe, it doesn't have to be some kind of big creative project or thing, like not everyone has that. It could just be something that allows you to feel, you know, wands, so it's very social and expressive. It could be, you know, finally in just booking the tickets to go on a trip with some friends that you've been wanting to do for a long time. So it can take shape in a lot of different ways. But the message is to trust yourself and make those moves this month. It's a good time to do it. And possibly you'll see, I know this is the case for me a lot of times, when I finally actually go and like make that first step, it's so much easier, and I don't know why that I worried or that I took so long to do it in the first place. So one possibility that might also apply to other people. Also, Capricorn, you drew for your set aside position, the Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Cups in a set aside, I've actually, I've not this month, but in previous months I've pulled the Ace of Cups upright as the set aside for people, and I feel like that's actually kind of a message that we don't hear often enough, which is maybe the right time for this new relationship isn't right now, because that's something that new relationships are so exciting. We don't want to hear that now isn't the right time, even if practically that might be the case. So that's one thing I really like about this spread, and I've said that in several of the other videos. So if you've watched, you know, another video where I said that, sorry for being repetitive, but it's a good little way to kind of remind us that even the things that can seem like nothing but the best always have a, you know, like have a time and a place that isn't always all the time. Sometimes it's not the right time. Anyway, went on for that a little too long, but with the Ace of Cups reversed, it's almost as if there is this new relationship, this new love, that's kind of taken a peek over the fence into your life. But not only is it the time to put aside, but because it's reversed, it would be a good idea to really look at that relationship or that potential new relationship and consider if it's in your best interest to begin with. So let's forget for a second that you drew this card and your position is set aside. Like, let's just say that you drew the position, or you just drew the card, the Ace of Cups reversed. With the Ace of Cups reversed rather than upright, it could be that no matter what the timing is, this person sort of doesn't deserve you, or isn't like on your level, or maybe it's not so much that they're like a terrible person or anything like that, but sometimes we're just not compatible, or people just aren't the right fit for us. So we can be enamored with someone, be crazy about them, but kind of no matter how hard you try to make it work, it's not meant to be. Like, maybe it's the way you communicate, or the different like goals you want from life, or whatever it is. Like, there's some kind of blockage that is making it much more challenging and maybe ill-fitted for a longer relationship. So I know it seems like because Ace of Cups is new love, and that's so, I guess, alarmist and like maybe getting ahead of itself. So I would just say, you know, whatever kind of like new relationship that's coming into your life that you're feeling very excited about right now, you know, and it doesn't have to be strictly romantic for people who are already in relationships. You know, it could be a friendship that's blossoming where it's like a really deep friendship, or like you see the potential, like when you meet those people and you just connect with them like instantly, you feel like you've known them forever. It could be something like that. So just whatever way that's taking shape in your life this month, just kind of be a little bit cautious. Ask yourself if you see any red flags, and then just like make sure you protect your heart. And in your final position of additional consideration, you drew the Four of Wands. Which, if you look at the, well, I guess they're in succession, so, but if you look at the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands, they have a very similar feel. The Four of Wands is often like associated with marriage, with celebrations, with family time, being social, coming together. Again, it's like another kind of like sort of look into like this dreamy, kaleidoscopy. This one's less portal-like, but maybe a little bit. So it's sort of about these great things, these great beautiful things that can come. So perhaps it's a little bit of a message that, you know, if you get started on, you know, this month, and you don't let yourself get distracted by this, you know, you could have some great things coming your way. You know, which isn't to say, I don't mean to make that like such a strange loosey-goosey connection, because this is more about, I mean, it can involve relationships, like I said, like if you're going on a trip with friends or something like that, but whereas this is much more of like a people card, like we are coming together as people to celebrate and like to have parties. in a family, more of a family-like way. Like, so it's not like the Three of Cups where it's just like, not just, but you know what I mean, 3 friends who are out like having a good time. This is more of a sort of family reunion, wedding kind of card. So you just have a lot of wand energy this month. Maybe you do have a family reunion or a wedding coming up. Maybe it's a good time if you do have one of those things where you're getting together with family, like at the end of the summer before, well, I guess it's September by the time you're watching this, or the whole video is for September, so even if it's not September by the time you're watching this, the video is for September, so it's back to school time. You know, that can be a bit hectic. It's just a time to maybe look into the future almost and consider like the possibilities that lie ahead for you, I would say. Because I'm not seeing how this, and maybe it's just the mood that I'm in, but I'm not seeing it super naturally in this moment tie in with the Three of Wands or the Ace of Cups reversed this month, and so that makes me think that it's, as an additional consideration, just something to think about maybe for next month, maybe how you want to celebrate these kinds of things with family and loved ones in the future. Maybe you will hear this month about a family or a loved one who's you know, going to get married, who gets an engagement. Maybe you will experience that. So it's just kind of like, it's like a little bit of a the third cards and the straws sort of a little bit like almost like a footnote. So with these two kind of like the starring roles, and that's like also like remember. So sorry, that was a little bit vague, but I hope that it was helpful nonetheless. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you considered also subscribing to the channel. If you hit the bell icon next to subscribe, you will get notified as soon as I upload all of the videos for each month, which I do before the first of the month to make sure that you get a little bit of time to watch them, kind of think about the month in advance for a hot second. So that's it for your September, Capricorn. And I am going to pause this and pan down so that you can see the 3 cards together in case you're a visual person and that's helpful for you too. Okay, see you next month. So here you can see the 3 of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed, and 4 of Wands. Thanks for tuning in.